however, more important is to behave in an agreeable and uh, uh, flexible manner without being blunt and indolent in matters relating to the practice of patipati vipassana meditation. Another quality is anatimani. A yogi should not be arrogant. Yogi should not be proud, relying upon his lineage and the attributes of his knowledge and achievement in the field of um, pariyatti and patipatti, and of the nobility of his sect. He should not behave in a rude manner and underestimate others with arrogance. If he slights other people, taking pride in himself, it will be difficult for him to successfully develop genuine loving kindness. Some are lacking in respect to others who are worthy of respect simply on the ground that they belong to different sects. It will be difficult for him to nurse a feeling of genuine mettā, genuine loving kindness. And looking at it from the viewpoint of mundane affairs, uh, he may meet with trouble and dangers by being impolite, by being rude to others who might appear to him as having no aptitude and initiative. Or that the person have no power, that person have no skill. So I don't care. And if he rude to these people, uh, he may meet trouble. The disaster which came upon the royal family of Sacha clan, brought about by Vidadupa, was the consequential effect of negligence and conceit. Later we have to listen to the story of coming upon the royal family of the Sachang clan. So yogi should be gentle in mind without being arrogant and quarrelsome. In this regard, the commentary has pointed out that yogi should humiliate himself just as the Venerable Saripudra. Saripudra had the habit of humbleness like a beggar. The mental disposition of the Venerable Saripudra is uh, 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 very humble. a beggar, whether a boy or a girl, with an earthenware container in hand and with shabby clothes, dirty clothes on, when entering a village, practice humiliation. And Venerable Sariputra respectfully put up to the enlightened one. One day I am humble like a beggar, boy or girl begging for food. So that is really wonderful that Venerable Sariputra, though born of a high caste, Brahmin, had come down to that low level. So we should emulate Venerable Sariputra exemplary behavior. Now we have to listen the story of coming upon the story of disaster coming upon the royal family of Sechang clan. Atimane cha no yuto. That means after thinking highly of yourself, do not look down upon others. Do not treat others disrespectfully with contempt. In worldly life, we should not look down upon others. In Dhamma matters, also we should not look down upon others. In worldly affairs, one tends to look down upon others because of differences in social class. One tends to look down upon others because of differences in wealth and education. So one should not disdain others for any reason. Why is this? Although one may look down upon someone, after some time, he or she may no longer be what you have thought, and may have become someone worthy of holding in high esteem. If one looks down upon a person who should not be held in contempt, one may encounter suffering. So this disaster of the Sechang clan, the story about suffering experienced because of pride. And the introducing story is about King Kosala, who want to be familiar with the Sangha. During the time of the Buddha, 500 monks were invited daily by King Pasenadi Kosala for alms food. led by the Venerable Ananda, 500 monks went daily to receive alms from the king Pasenadi Kosala. For 7 whole days, the king himself led in offering alms food. For the following days, however, he could not offer in person. The king also did not give the duty to anyone as either, since there were no orders given in the king's palace. No one dared to come and offer the meat to the Sangha. Therefore, on the eighth day, there were not even places prepared for the members of the Sangha to sit on. So many monks saying, there are not even places for us to sit. Saying like this, and they left and went elsewhere. On the next day, it was the same situation. Because there were no place to sit, many Sangha left. On the third day, after the Sangha left, only the Venerable Ananda alone remained. The Venerable Ananda, very patient, he stayed forbearing out of consideration for the donor's faith, donor's saddha. So at this time, King Pasenadi Kosala came to see the Sangha. The king saw only the Venerable Ananda by himself, and the king saw all extra the rice and curries there. So King Pasenadi Kosala became unhappy. I invited 500 Sanghas, but now there was only Venerable Ananda remained. So King Pasenadi Kosala went to report that matter to the Lord Buddha. And Pasenadi Kosala king said to the Lord Buddha, one day I invited 500 monks to come to my palace to have the meat. Now only the Venerable Ananda alone came. Why do the monks not acknowledge my house? The King Kosala asked to the Lord Buddha. Then Lord Buddha said to the King Kosala, my disciple may have not come because they are not familiar with the king. Buddha said to the king Kosala. Then he continued. He taught that it is not suitable for monks to approach a house for alms that is not fulfilled with 9 qualities, and that it is suitable for monks to approach a house that is fulfilled with 9 qualities. And Buddha explained the 9 qualities. Nine qualities that devotees fulfill. The first one is getting up and greeting the monks respectfully. Yes, you have Mettā, and also your moral conduct is good. You greet up to the monks. You greet the monks respectfully. And second is bowing to the monks respectfully. You know the qualities of the Sangha, and bowing down is also you show your moral qualities good. Another one is giving seats to the Sangha reverentially. Also, it is a type of sila. And next one is not concealing what you have. That means you have genuine loving kindness to the members of the Sangha who practice well. And then offering a lot if you have a lot. That means you are very generous. And number 6 is offering what is good if you have something good. So you offer the best one to the members of the Sangha who practice correctly. And number 7 is offering reverentially. It is good. And number 8 is approaching the monks to sit and listen to the Dhamma. You really respect the Dhamma, so when the Sangha come and you approach to them, and you sit nearby and then you listen to Dhamma. And the last one is listening to the Dhamma that is taught eagerly. It is also very good qualities. You really pay attention to the Dhamma. So after explaining the 9 qualities of the devotees, Lord Buddha told the story of hermit Kesava. The story is very interesting. Although the hermit Kesava partook of good food and medicine from the kings of Varanasi, who he was not familiar with, hermit Kesava became ill at most to the point of death. When the hermit Kesava met with his intimate disciple, he regained his health in a few days on only fruits and juba. So we need to understand that the environment should be favorable. Your mettā and care produce good energy. Mettā is really energizing medicine. So when Buddha is playing like this, King Kosala, there occurred to the King Kosala the something. King Kosala consider in this way, I should be familiar with the Sangha. King Kosala, Queen Kosala of uh, uh, Kosala of the state of Kosala thought in this way. Even the king planned to become relatives with the Sangha. So he asked for a royal daughter to marry from the Sechang clan. The realms of Sechang king was located within the regions of Kosala. The realms of Sechang king is not too big, but the region of Kosala is big. So the Sechang king had to give a royal daughter in marriage as the king of Kosala requested. If Sechang didn't give their royal daughter, there would be cause for trouble. And the Sechang clan was very proud. There was no one in the world whose race was as noble as their Sechang clan. And Sechang clan believed that it was not suitable for one of their daughters to mix with another race. So the Sechang called an emergency meeting and consulted with each other. So during that emergency meeting, Sechang King Mahanama said, "Oh my friends, I have a daughter who was born of a slave. That girl could be offered." So he said that idea. He said his idea. Although called a slave, the mother was not a real slave. In the uh, ancient times, the ruling kings called all their subjects slaves. So she was one of the citizens of the country. She may have been the daughter of a rich man or a merchant. And the king Mahanama explained that he had a daughter who was not counted among the royal Sejong clan, and who was born of an ordinary citizen. It was suitable to offer that girl. So King Mahanama said. So to this everyone agreed, and this daughter was given in marriage. Although a true royal princess of Sejong clan was requested, a daughter whose lineage was not pure on her mother's side was given in deception. So it is like cheating. A person who has been deceived may be very pleased uh, uh, when he does not know it. But when he finds out the truth, he can become extremely angry with the liar. Then the envoys of the king of Kosala took the hybrid daughter or the mixed parentage daughter of King Mahanama and gave her in marriage to the king Kosala. Believing the girl to be a true royal princess of the Sejong clan, King Pasenadi Kosala was extremely pleased and elevated her as his chief queen. Her name was Vasavakatiya. Later, Vasavakatiya gave birth to a son. This prince was named Vidadupa. Because the king adored Vidadupa, King Kosala gave him the official position of commander-in-chief of the army during a young age. When Vidadupa, the prince, was 7 years old, he asked his mother, "Mom, other people get present such as toy elephants and toy horses from their grandmothers and aunts from their mother's side. Mom, I don't get any present from my mother's relatives. Mom, don't you have a mother?" Prince Vidadupa asked his mother. Then, since his mother Vasvakatiya knew that if she spoke the truth, the lie would be revealed and she would suffer. So Vasvakatiya had to resort to deception. So Vasvakatiya said, "My son Vitadupa, my mother and father's lineage are from the Rayasaja clan. They all are in Kapilavatthu. King Mahanama of Kapilavatthu is my father, and Mahanama is your grandfather. My son, he cannot send present you because he is far away. He stay in Kapilavatthu." So after a few years, Prince Vitadupa reached the age of 16, and Vitadupa wanted to visit his royal grandfather King Mahanama and his mother's relatives. So he asked permission to go to Kapilavatthu, and the mother Vasvakatiya refused repeatedly, saying he could not go. Finally, the mother Vasvakatiya could not refuse anymore and gave permission to go. And the mother Vasvakatiya sent news to the Sachan clans in advance. She informed them that when Vitadupa arrived, they should act so that condition would be favorable. Why did Vasvakatiya inform them in this way? She was worried that the Raya Sachan would look down upon Vitadupa as one not of pure descent and act disrespectfully. Therefore, before the day Prince Vitadupa arrived, the royal Sachan sent the princess who were younger than Vitadupa to a faraway place. When Vitadupa arrived, they received Prince Vitadupa very well, and they introduced his relatives. "Oh, Prince Vitadupa, it is the royal, this is your grandfather, this is your uncle, this is your uh, uh, this is your uncle, etc." And Prince Vitadupa paid respect to all his grandfathers, uncles, and royal relatives. After paying respect, Vitadupa said, "Are there no people who are to pay respect to me?" Vitadupa asked. Then the Raya Sachan explained that The young princess had gone somewhere far away. Because of this, they, they could not pay respect to you. They said. Then the Sachan provided Vidrupa with food and service. So Vidrupa stayed there for 2 or 3 days. After then he left. After Vidrupa prince left, a slave of the Sachan washed the seat where the Vidrupa sat with milk. Saying, selecting words. This place is dirty. This is a place where Vidrupa, the son of a slave woman, sat. This is a place where Vidrupa, the son of a slave woman, sat. So that lady was very talkative, and she said very slighting words, contentious words. Incidentally, coincident with the time when the lady was saying slighting words, this is a place where Vidrupa, the son of a slave woman, sat. Unfortunately, the servant of the Prince Vidrupa came back for weapons that was left behind. So that servant of the Prince Vidrupa heard the slave woman curse. It is a place where Vidrupa, the son of a slave woman, sat, and he saw the lady washing the seat with milk. So these servants of the Vidrupa in turn told his companion, Vidrupa's mother was Vakatiya, was not a real princess. She was the daughter of a slave. In this way, they gossiped from one person to another, and many people came to know about this. Vidrupa Mata's Vasvakatiya was not a real princess. She was the daughter of slave. And Vidrupa also came to know, and he was furious. So Vidrupa vowed, yes, this time you can wash my seat with milk, let them wash it. When I become king, I will wash this place again with the blood from your throats. So this is very, uh, uh, very dangerous. So when Vidrupa later became king, it is his time to take revenge. He marched to battle to Kapilavatthu of the Second Ram with the intention of killing all the Raya Second or the Raya Second. Lord Buddha saw this, so he went to prevent Vidrupa not to kill. For the first time, second time, and third time, Lord Buddha prevented Vidrupa, and Vidrupa withdrew his army and returned. But at the fourth time, Vidrupa marched to battle. However, because the time was ripe for the unwholesome karma of the second kings to bear uh, results, Lord Buddha did not go to stop Vidrupa. Lord Buddha stayed observing with equanimity. At this time, Vidrupa gave the order, kill all the riot Sachan, except for the people that were with my grandfather King Mahanama. So Vidrupa's soldier killed all those who admitted to having riot Sachan blood. Vidrupa's soldier even did not spare unweaned babies, very young. So they kill all. Only those who are holding grass and bubble unconsciously. When the soldier asks, "You from such a clan?" "No, I'm grass." So, so he bubble unconsciously. And some people were holding reeds. When the soldier asks, "You from such a clan?" and he bubble wordlessly, "I'm reed." So only those people left, and those people who are near King Mahanama remained alive. So now it is very clear. Why did the entire race of Sechan meet with misfortune? It was because Sechan thought highly of their own race and looked down upon others. They held others in contempt and did not treat with respect someone who should have been respected. They spoke uh, disparagingly. So that is the reason. So we understand that disaster of the Sejong gland was the consequential effect of the mana conceit. So this is the end of the story. And this is the qualities of not to be conceited. Regarding not to be conceited, and we have to stop our discourse for today by practicing vipassana meditation by developing loving kindness continuously and meticulously. May all Mettā practitioners, may all vipassana meditators realize the real peace in the very near future. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.